George. This is going to be another Vinyl Finds. Just some stuff I've gotten recently. I think I've said this in videos before, but I think this is my best Vinyl Finds. I do kind of think this has maybe been the best one so far. So anyway, I'm going to show 8 records, and I'm just going to get right into it. The first one is this. This is awesome. I don't know if it's, first, but an early pressing of the Count 5 Psychotic Reaction on Double Shot Records. I kind of had my expectations low going into this album. Obviously, I think everyone's heard the big single, Psychotic Reaction. But I'd heard people talk about, it has, lame Who covers, and yeah, the cover of My Generation's not great, but this really has some strong tracks, especially the double whammy on side 1 of Double Decker Bus and Pretty Big Mouth. That is a great way to start this record. Yeah, this is great. I can't remember if this album came out 65 or 66, but like I said, a pressing from the year it came out. I think this is a mono copy. Yeah, I was really happy to get this. Some great, cool pictures on the back, them in like Dracula capes and playing live. I always get them mixed up with the story of Alex Chilton writing The Letter. I think Alex Chilton wrote the song The Letter when he was 16, and these guys wrote Psychotic Reaction when they were 18, or I might have that flip-flopped. No, 18, because it says on here, Ken Elner, 18, lead vocalist, Sean Byrne, vocalist and rhythm guitarist, 19, Craig Butch Atkinson, 19, drums, John Mouse Mikulski, 18, lead guitar, Ron Chaney, 18, tenor bass. So they must have been 18 when they wrote Psychotic Reaction, but that's just, that's almost unfathomable that you could write that good of a song at 18. It's just, wow. But great album, much better than I expected. I kind of had low expectations, and it was great. This next one I showed recently on my interview with Ben Rankins. I'm going to leave a link in the description if you haven't seen that. Really, really, really fun to do that interview. But this was a recent reissue of the first Mummies record, Never Been Caught, from '92. Originally on Estrus. This is a Telstar reissue. I don't know how official this is. It seems like there's been quite a few Mummies bootlegs popping up in recent times. This one has been popping up new, sealed at a lot of record stores I've been to quite recently. And this one popped up on eBay. I found it from Almost Ready Records. So I'm not sure how official this is. There's no inserts or liner notes. I don't know if it originally came with those. And the photo quality is a little, like, it's not as, especially the back, it's not as, I don't know if you can see it on camera. It's not quite as, like, stark black and white as I thought it would be. I thought it's more gray, so it almost looks like maybe someone scanned the album cover. I don't know. This could be completely official. This is not, a record where you need it's not an audiophile pressing. It's, dirty, scummy garage punk. So it's like, it isn't going to matter if this is a bootleg or not. But I am really happy to have this album. I have that bootleg I just showed, and then Mummies Play Their Own Records, I think it's called, which is a singles comp. I still need to get Running on Empty Volumes 1 and 2. Those are really high on my want list. And I think they have a live album called like Live at Larry's House or Live at someone's house that I'd really like to get to. But yeah, this is just great. Your Ass is Next in Line, Stronger Than Dirt, Little Miss TNT, surprise package from Mr. Mino, incredible cover, Shot Down, some great instrumentals like the Ballad of Iron Eyes Cody, a really awesome cover of Skinny Minnie, a really great cover of She Lied, originally by the Rockin' Ramrods. Shut Your Mouth, Jezebel. Yeah, this is really, really a great record. The Mummies. That was one of my, and I guess you could say some of these are kind of Grail records. That was definitely a Holy Grail album for me, even if it's not original, just to have one. This next one is a really clean original that I found on my birthday recently, and it's a first Canadian pressing of Here's Little Richard. I don't think I need to talk much about this. Just a great album. It's kind of interesting though. It's not. It says specialty here, and it says manufactured and distributed in Canada by Phonodisc, and that's a specialty again on the back. But it's on the actual label itself is on Regency. This kind of green label. And the back of it, it's just the silhouettes. I think on the American pressing, it's like these are red and they have, you know, illustrated details. But yeah, when I saw this on the wall, I thought it was a reissue because the cover is so clean and the record's really clean too. But yeah, I was really happy to get this. This is awesome. Awesome album. I don't need to tell you about Little Richard. This one was another online buy, and it's a record I've wanted for a long time, a couple years now, and I wasn't able to find even a reissue. And that's The Dead Boys, We Have Come For Your Children. I think a lot of people tend to kind of slag this one off compared to Young, Loud, and Snotty. People don't like, from what I've read, people don't like the production and think they're too polished on this, but I think this really holds its own against Young, Loud, and Snotty. Yeah, great song. Like, it starts out with Third Generation Nation. I Don't Want to Be Your Catholic Boy, which is great. Flamethrower Love, which Poison Idea covered. Ain't It Fun, which has that great, it's such a simple opening lick, just in a blues scale. He's just playing a blues scale there, but it sounds otherworldly. And I think my favorite on this, and maybe my all-time favorite Dead Boys song, is Son of Sam. That song is just incredible. Stiv is just so, vocals are just so gnarly and raunchy, and it's just great. This is I don't know if it's yeah, I think it's an original US pressing on Sire. It's a lot of these I see with, you know, online with a ton of ringwear, and I wanted a halfway decent one, and these are kind of going up in price, I've noticed. So I'm really happy with the copy I got, and it came with super cool inner sleeve. That's great, which is also the back cover, but this one's cooler. All the lyrics, so yeah, that's such a great record. This next one is also, these next few are online buys, and then I'm going to end with something I found at a flea market. But this is Blues McGoo's Electric Comic Book, their follow-up to Psychedelic Lollipop. And this was a record I'd never really heard before, other than the great opener, Pipe Dream. And that song is just fantastic. They do a really crazy, like, 7-minute cover of Gloria on here. I don't think this has as many, the highs aren't as high on this as Psychedelic Lollipop, but it's a little more consistent. There's some songs on Psychedelic Lollipop that I would skip, and I don't think there's anything I'd skip on here. But I've seen a couple copies of this in the wild, and they're normally really beat up. This one is pretty clean, and it's dumb, but I really wanted a copy that has the actual Electric Comic Book. And it's just like a folded piece of paper they printed, but it's got all these great illustrations on the inside, and then the back has like a mail away thing you can cut out for the Blues McGoo's fan club, and advertisement for the Blues McGoo's songbook, and this is an ad for, this is really cool, iron-on t-shirt transfers, and yeah, this is just really cool. So I was really happy to get that record. I don't think there's, like I said, as many, like, knock you out of the park standouts as Psychedelic Lollipop, but it's still a really great album, and I think it's Pipe Dream. It's worth the price of admission alone. I keep wanting to say Pipeline. This next one was definitely a holy grail record for me, and that's the Shangri-La's Leader of the Pack. This is kind of another record like the Dead Boys one where I hardly see even reissues of it, but I found a really well-priced original online, and yeah, this is just awesome. 1975 or 65 on a Redbird. Obviously, you got that great song Leader. Ooh, trying to show you the label. That great song Leader of the Pack, and then it starts off with Give 'Em a Great Big Kiss, which I was first exposed to on Johnny Thunders So Alone. Bulldog, It's Easier to Cry, What Is Love, and then side 1 ends with Remember Walking in the Sand. And then side 2, it's not bad at all. It's just, it's all covers. It's live, I suspect they just overdubbed crowd noise onto studio stuff, but they do like Twist and Shout, they do Shout by the Isley Brothers, Maybe, So Much Love, You Can't Sit Down, but especially side 1 is just awesome. So I'm really happy to have this, and I love that back cover. So cool. Second to last one was once again something I got online, and that's another really clean original, 96 Tears, question mark, and Mysterians. Yeah, this is great on that really cool cameo label. It's just awesome. Yeah, this is great. Obviously, 96 Tears. I Need Somebody, 10 O'Clock. They do a lot of, I think there's only one cover on this, which was kind of, I guess, uncharacteristic of the garage records at the time. But to me, the real standout is the original on starting off side 218. That song is fantastic. Really, really great. Really great record. I need to find the second one. I don't know what that one's. Is it just called Action? Maybe, I can't remember. But this is yeah, this is a mono copy as well. So really happy to get that. And the last one might be my best in the wild record find ever. I was at a flea market, and the way I kind of do it when I'm at a flea market is I kind of walk the whole area first and scope everything out, and see where the records are, make sure there's look through all the records first, and then kind of go back through again and kind of relax more and enjoy it. And on the first pass through, there was a bin just sitting on someone's fold up card table, and this was sticking out of it. And this is a original pressing of the Etiquette Christmas album with the Sonics, the Wailers, and the Galaxies. This is a really, really expensive record. A local record store here in town had a copy in shrink. This copy has a little bit of chewed upness, but the one that sold was completely in shrink, and it sold for $600, which I couldn't believe. I did pay more than I'll normally pay for a record with this one. I paid $50, which at a flea market seemed kind of steep, but I think they kind of knew what they had and didn't, knew how crazy sought after this is. And I was happy to pay $50 because, this is a record I never own otherwise. I don't know how, with how expensive it is, I don't know how long I'll hold on to it. I might, keep it for a year or two and then decide to sell it. I'm not really sure, but it's really, really cool to have. I think this is more kind of a promotional item sort of thing than really an album. From looking and reading about it, it seems like these were pressed in pretty limited quantities, and then it got a reissue in the 80s, but it left off a few tracks that are on the original, I think due to copyright issues, with some of the songs on here being other songs by other artists with rewritten lyrics. But yeah, this is awesome. It's got especially the Sonic songs like Santa Claus and Don't Believe in Christmas. Those two are just fantastic. And then it's got like the Wailers doing covers of like the Christmas song, the Chestnuts Roasting on an Open Fire song. The Galaxies do a cover of Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. Really, really, really cool record. So I was really, really stoked to find this. And the woman I bought it from said that she was married to one of the Wailers at one point, and then was, I think, a cousin by marriage of Jerry Rosalie, the singer of the Sonics. So I thought that was pretty cool. So anyway, my jaw just dropped when I saw this. And it was kind of funny too. I had a Sonics shirt on when I bought it, and the woman was like, "Oh, you got a Sonics shirt on." Anyways, check out my interview with Ben. That was a lot of fun, and thanks to him again. And hopefully I should have another video soon. I've got some 45s I want to show. So anyway, thanks. Bye.